That'd be awesome. Welcome, sir. Good luck to you. And in the blue corner, coming to us from Korea, make some noise. Put your hands together for Moon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, for the next 5 minutes, you got a chance to guess the winner. If you think it's going to be China, put it in the red box. You think it's going to be Korea, put it in the blue box. We're going to turn it over to two of the best commentators working today, Smeagol and C. Gentlemen, are you ready to call this game?
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to watch this match? Put your hands together, root on. We'll see when we have a winner.
All right, guys, China versus Korea on stage. That last matchup that we saw was Ukraine versus South Korea. Spirit Moon losing that first map, but able to mount a great comeback in the second and third maps. And Moon's looked great, but now it's a totally different ball game, Tom. He's facing off against one of the top players in the world, Sky. What are your thoughts about him?
Yeah, it's two-time World Cyber Games champion Sky. He is one of the very best players here. But then Moon, he hasn't won World Cyber Games, but he has won every other major tournament out there, basically. So these are two very, very strong players facing up. They recently played a best of 3 at the Chinese esports game at the first round there, and Moon won that 2-0. But we don't really. I wasn't sure if Sky was sandbagging for this tournament, or if they were both playing at their full level.
Okay, so Moon has only dropped a total of 2 maps over the entire course of the tournament, and that's about 10 or 11 matches or so. So Moon got a pretty good win-to-loss ratio so far in this tournament. He's looking very hot right now, and you know, I saw him look really nervous in that last match. But he looked also very determined, and he fought back. He really did. He's got that fire in him. So yeah, I think he's going to come out strong here against Sky.
His micro at the end of that third game was just so good. I didn't think with a second base up for Hot that Moon could win that, but he just played very, very well. He should be confident going into this match. But Sky should also be very, very confident. He has only lost one map so far in this tournament. In the round of 16, he beat Grubby, who, as you know, is one of the top players here. So this should be a very, very exciting matchup here between Sky, who is human, and Moon, who is a Night Elf player.
Now, in other news around the tournament, Todd being eliminated in the bracket by the Brazilian player, and that's big news too, because Todd was definitely a top contender coming into this tournament as well. So another top dog has been taken out, just like Grubby was earlier. Todd goes down in the same fashion, but to a different player. So it's been shaping up this tournament, and it's boiling down. This is what I like about World Cyber Games. You start out with some of the best players all over the world, and at the end, it boils down to the best skill.
Yeah, for our map here, we have Terranistan. It is a 1 versus 1 map, and I believe it is Sky's choice for this map. It is probably a human favorite map. We will be seeing probably a second and a third base for Sky, and he'll probably tower up. Moon will need to get more bases of his own to keep the mining equal.
All right, guys, we are ready to go ahead and get started with this match. Spirit Moon versus Sky, coming at you right now. All right, there you see the Chinese fans, a strong presence in the audience here for them. But you know what? South Korea's got to have some good representation out there as well. And South Korea versus China. What could be a more fitting match to play on stage? And right now in this tournament than the Chinese and the Koreans facing off against each other. Two of the top WarCraft 3 nations overall. And I look forward to Moon's strategy. Now, what would be a typical strategy that we would see between a human and Night Elf player here? And base that on what your experience is with this player, Sky, because I haven't gotten a chance to see him play that much.
Well, Sky will definitely get a second base very early on in this match. If you guys watched Moon versus Todd on this same map on stage, it'll probably be the same kind of strategies out of both players. So Sky will go for a quick expansion, power that up, and then the key in this match is, can he get that second expo? If he powers that up, then he will have a very, very large lead. On the other hand, Moon has to try to hurt him when he puts that first one up, and then when he gets that first one, he has to get one of his own. So let's get into the game as we start this match.
All right, guys, welcome back. World Cyber Games 2007 Grand Finals here in Seattle, Washington. Spirit Moon versus Sky facing off on stage. WCG 2007. Now, you see, one of the tough things about this competition, Tom, is that these players have to go through a grueling set of a gauntlet almost of matches, one after another, after another, after another. And there's, Sky's been playing all day, I'm sure, in order to make his way through the brackets. But Moon also has had to play on stage, so Moon's definitely got to be a little bit worn down from this last stage match. So it's going to be interesting to see how that impacts his play in this matchup.
Yeah, but Moon, he's been on the pro scene for so long. He's probably used to playing this match after match, because he always makes it very deep into most of the tournaments here. As this game will finally get started. This is Sky against Moon, WarCraft 3 semifinals. This is the first map. There we see Sky. He's the purple. He is a human player in the upper left-hand corner of the map. An altar going down for him. Also a farm, and there should be a barracks there. Yes, and we see that. And Moon, on the other hand, he has an altar down, a moonwell down, and an ancient of war by those creeps at the Goblin Lab in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. He'll be using that to help him creep out that creep camp very, very early. Now, one interesting thing for these two players is, if we look at their losses, Moon lost to Todd, who is a human player, and Sky's one loss came to Soju, who is a Night Elf player. So they've actually both lost on this very matchup. So maybe this is not their very strongest matchup. As we see a Archmage coming out for Sky, that'll be his first hero. So this is still a very standard build order from Sky early on.
So Sky coming out of the gate with that first hero. There it is for Spirit Moon as well. The Demon Hunter will be the selection for him. And it looks like we're going to see the barracks going down here with this Wisp, or it could be used to scout. Actually, that's what it will be. In fact, as we see, Sky has already sent a scouting Wisp over towards the base of Moon. And actually, not a scouting Wisp, excuse me, a scouting peasant or militia. And Moon building this Ancient of War here in the bottom corner, something you see very typically from Night Elf players. Using that Ancient of War to help creep in the beginning of the game can really help you level up faster.
Are under attack.
Yeah, and some of you who know WarCraft 3 well, you might be wondering why Moon isn't going with the Dark Ranger, which is also commonly used on the map. And the problem with the Dark Ranger is recently some human players have been going Mountain King first, and when that Mountain King comes out, the Dark Ranger isn't your best hero there. So the Demon Hunter is the safer hero in this matchup, as we've seen Moon creeping this, and Sky. We can see on the mini map his army there. He isn't creeping in the normal creep camp, which would be the Goblin Lab. It looks like he's going straight to the bottom left-hand corner of the map. This is not normally what human players will do. It looks like he's going to try to expo very, very quickly here, which might catch Moon off guard. And at the same time, Moon looks to be on top of it. We can see in the minimap, Moon's Demon Hunter is running over towards where Sky's creeping, so he is all over this. So he will try to take down as many peasants as he can to try and delay Sky's Expo from getting up.
Now, the key thing about this map is that the gold mines are spaced pretty far apart from the initial spawning position, and that means that it makes it a little bit harder to defend that gold mine. So you're going to see, well, Sky there, you already saw, moved his militia down to creep out that lower area in the bottom left-hand corner. So maybe he's thinking about expanding there, or maybe he just wanted the creeps. But it does make it a lot harder to defend that position when your regular base is way far away from your expansion.
Yeah, and I don't believe the Archmage has reached level 2 yet, but Sky definitely going on the offensive here. He's trying to take pressure off that Expo there so that can finish, and it looks like he has the stronger army here. And but the Archmage is getting focused by Moon, so that will be fairly low. And there is a boots of speed on the Demon Hunter. What that means is that the Demon Hunter will be faster than the Archmage, and he can chase that down. It'll take him a couple minutes, but if Sky doesn't do something, he will probably lose that Archmage if he doesn't run it back into his base. And the Expo for Sky almost done there, very, very fast. And one thing you might be wondering here is there is a gold mine closer to Sky's base than the one that he actually used. As you see, the Archmage here, he bought his own boots of speed, so now he's equal speed as the Demon Hunter, so he will not be chased down. Mana Burn comes out, but he still has 35 health, and he will be able to successfully run from this Demon Hunter. One more Mana Burn would not kill him, so the Archmage will make it out, but still very, very low health at 9 health there. So back to what I was saying, why Sky's Expoing at the bottom left and not that closer gold mine is the closer gold mine is harder to creep. That's one reason, and the second reason is this matchup is about the second Expo for Sky, and the Archmage here is going to fall to creeps, and that is definitely not what Sky wanted in this game. Playing against somebody like Moon, you cannot lose your hero to creeps like that. I haven't seen a player lose a hero to creeps in ages. And the Demon Hunter here looks to be surrounded, but he will probably take out all those peasants and make it out of the surround. Sky building a tower there that might block the Demon Hunter in. Yes, Demon Hunter is blocked in. There is a town portal on him, and the Demon Hunter is going to have to burn that town portal. It's a great play by Sky there, but losing your hero to creeps at World Cyber Games semifinals, you definitely should be kicking himself for that play.
Well, the Chinese fans are letting their player hear their support right now, and it sounds good. So let's take a look here as it looks like Sky trying to keep defending his expansion. Moon going to come out with the Naga Sea Witch as his second hero. Moving in for some harassment on that expansion in the southwest corner of the map. Sky putting down a mill there up in his base, and looks like he's going to put down a vault here in his expansion. But Moon building an Ancient of Wind and a shop here all the way over by the expansion of Sky. And here comes Moon into the base with that Demon Hunter fully recovered. A couple archers here and a mercenary unit as well. And it looks like those footmen with Defend moving forward to push back those units of Spirit Moon.
Yeah, and it looks like Moon won't be going for tier 3. That Ancient of the Wind probably means he'll be sticking at tier 2. The reason for this is when he played Todd on this map, he tried going to tier 3, and that didn't work for him. So he's trying to change things up here. The footmen will be falling, but very, very slowly. And since Sky has that extra gold, he's probably fine with losing 1 to 2 footmen there, so that he has time to get the towers up for his Expo there, and at least 1 tower should be down. And it looks like the Archmage and Demon Hunter are fighting on the minimap there, or that was maybe just an illusion of the Archmage. Yeah, the real Archmage is over by the Expo there. 1 tower up, the second guard tower coming up, but archers which do piercing damage can take that down very, very quickly. So Sky has to have 5 or 6 peasants there repairing it to keep it at full health, and this game still looks very, very close early on.
All right, Moon using that Demon Hunter to push forward and keep harassing. It's at about half health right now. He's going to want to keep a close eye on that. But still, a handful of footmen being used to ward off the attacks here, the advances of Spirit Moon. Sky now on 42 supply, 42 food as well. So he's closely approaching that 50 mark, and but he's got also the expansion up already, so could move past that, even move into the upkeep zone without too much hurt to his economy. Moon right now got that Ancient of Wind down right by the expansion of Sky. And tell me a little bit about the placement of these buildings here for Moon. It's a little bit unorthodox, but he set up sort of a small base right outside the expansion here of Sky, Tom.
Well, that means that he can have constant pressure on that base. He's got Moonwells there for healing. He also has a shop so he can buy the items that he needs. So that means constant pressure on the Expo by Sky. He really doesn't want Sky to be able to keep that up. And Sky hasn't teched yet. He is just going mass footman. He might try some sort of tower push with mass footman, but he should definitely tech soon because tier 1 units definitely not that great, but he still needs woods because when you Expo, you get very, very low onto wood. Footman being focused here, and they are going down slightly faster as we have 6 archers, and the Demon Hunter also low, but Moon should have no trouble at all saving that. Only 4 footmen left. He'll take out 1 archer there, 1 more footman falling, and the Demon Hunter still looking low. But Moon knows exactly when that Demon Hunter has to run out, so that Demon Hunter should be just fine here, even though it's only at about 60 health and down to 15 health, and it's staffed out safely. So only 3 footmen left, but it's a very long battle when Sky uses footmen like that, which is just buying time for Sky so that he can get to those tier 3 units, which is probably what he'll be going for. And he's taking out a Tree of Life here. Moon placing that not at the expansion where the gold mine is, because he's going to wait to creep that and then walk that Tree of Life in later. But Sky, he's going to try to cancel that. He's also going to try to get this Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter looks very, very low. Demon Hunter goes down. No staff comes out, and this Tree of Life could also go down. This is looking very good for Sky, and that Naga is very, very low. But almost every single hero here is low. And boots of speed on that Archmage should let him catch up to the Naga, but Sky wants to back off. 12 health, and the arrow comes in for the kill. And wow, both heroes died, and this game is very, very close, and the Tree of Life does make it up for Moon.
To be clear, that was the second time the Archmage has fallen in this game so far. He lost it, Sky did, earlier to Creeps. Here we see Moon, and looks like we're going to see Sky buy back that Archmage at the tavern. So basically right now, the skinny is that Moon has got things going, but his unit choice looks like Druids of the Talon here, Tom, and that's something I like to see from Moon because he is very good at micromanagement, and he is very good at juggling units up in the air when he uses a lot of Druids of the Talon at once.
Yeah, but at this point, I have to give the edge to Sky. He's got gold. He hasn't given very high hero levels to Moon, and he's stopping Moon from getting his first expo up. So this is definitely looking very good for Sky early, as long as he doesn't lose too many units and too many heroes early on, giving Moon high level heroes.
Sky on 35 out of 54 supply right now. Game is taking a bit of a slower pace in the last few minutes. Moon trying to revive that Demon Hunter, which he lost momentarily or a moment ago.
Are under attack.
And Sky goes with the Naga there. Moon is also taking to tier 3, so he'll probably be bringing bears out. We haven't seen what Sky's going for, but we'll commonly see steam tanks out of the human player on this map to try to take some buildings out. But he could pull some new strategy out because he needs to. And the Naga very, very low, 30 health. Can the Demon Hunter staff it? 13 health for it. Zeppelin comes out and it goes into the Zeppelin. Great play. And the Archmage also very, very low. Some archers dropping, and the Zeppelin coming in just in time. Naga goes down. Archmage very low. Scroll of healing comes out. Archmage still low, and Moon just microed that beautifully. That's why he is just so very, very good. But Sky still wants to run over to the Expo there and definitely try to slow that down. Naga is still very, very low. He's got to watch out. Scroll of healing comes out, and the Naga goes back up into the Zeppelin. Now the Demon Hunter is also low, so that Zeppelin is full of units. Now, if that Zeppelin dies with units in the air, those units will not fall, but they will be stunned for a very, very long time. So if that happens, that can be very bad, and that's what will happen here. And the units come out. Archmage low, Demon Hunter low, and will the Demon Hunter fall? No, Demon Hunter gets staffed out, and Moon forces a town portal there. Very well played by Moon.
You know, Sky's playing good. He's put up a tower now in the middle of the map. He's trying to control that tavern. He bought his hero back the second time he lost it, and there you see him going for the Naga as well. But he bought his hero back when he lost it that first time, or the second time, Tom, and he's been trying to, he almost lost it again for that third time. And Sky's having hero problems. I mean, he just can't seem to keep track of that HP. He needs to use that TP effectively, and it's cost a lot of money to buy back at the tavern.
Yeah, and it looks like Sky won't be going all the way to tier 3. He's building in it now. I saw riflemen from him, casters from him, so he'll be going for a much earlier push. He doesn't look to be turtling nearly as much as you see his army there. He almost has twice as much food as Moon, and Moon seems to be playing like he was playing someone like Todd who towers up and then waits all the way for tier 3. So if Sky pulls out some sort of 80 food army very, very quick, he could get the edge on Moon, and it looks like Sky will be towering up one more expo here, which will put him at 3 mines, while Moon is only at 2 currently. So Moon slowing down, creeping with only 40 food. He's been teching to tier 3. He is probably about there. I saw one bear out of him, and yes, he is at tier 3. So he's going to start going for bells. For bears with his dual ancients of war there. Once he masses some of those up, he'll be ready to fight off Sky, who is at 67 food, and he'll be going on the offensive here with a very, very strong tier 2 army. And Moon doesn't have much to fight that off with yet, because his tier 3 units are just starting to come out.
So now we see Sky moving in towards that expansion of Spirit Moon, which is kind of an expansion, but not really, because there's not really a gold mine there. But here they go, trying to take down that Ancient of Wind. Moon, I don't think he's really all that concerned about that Ancient of Wind. The buildings he's a little bit more focused on right now are his Ancients of Lore that are producing those units, those bears that are going to be the key for him in the rest of the game. There you see a Spellbreaker added to the mix here for Sky, a Priest and a Sorceress as well.
Yeah, I think Sky has the huge lead early, maybe 20, 30 more food for him fighting here. Demon Hunter fairly low. It's got rejuvenation on it to heal up, and Sky focusing down the Ancient of War there, and with all of those towers, he'll be doing some sort of tower push. Bear being focused, and Moon doesn't have much of an army here. The second bear goes down for him, and this just does not look good for Moon, focusing on that Archmage there. Archmage at half health uses a potion of invulnerability, and there is a town portal on that Archmage, so it will be able to run out if it drops too far. But Moon looks to be backing off. He'll just let all these towers finish, and that should give us Sky early access to the tree of life of Moon, and he might take that out. This is looking very good for Sky early on. You know, Moon needs some sort of hero kills very, very quickly, because he just doesn't have the army to fight off Sky. If he can force some sort of town portal here, and the Demon Hunter very, very low, he can't use the HP potion because there's a cooldown, but it was staffed back, and Sky with the much, much larger army here and towers all over, and those will all go up very soon. And now Moon is at 54 out of 50 food, meaning he can't build any more units, so he's stuck with the army that he has, while Sky's army is probably close to about 80 food, and Moon building the Moon Wells, he needs those to be able to put some more units up.
Now Moon is certainly at a disadvantage right now in the game, in this state right here. Looks like Sky's got a lot of forces. He's got those riflemen, those range units that seem to be able to do a lot of damage here to the forces of Spirit Moon. And Moon's lost those bears, but there's the Naga Sea Witch falling for Sky, and Sky has lost his heroes continuously, and Moon has not been able to capitalize on that, and that's what I'm surprised by right now, Tom, is that he can't take advantage of that situation. It seems like it would be advantageous to me. Level 4 on the Demon Hunter, I believe his Naga Sea Witch is the same, so Moon has a big hero level advantage. It's just he doesn't really have many units right now.
Yeah, if he can use his hero level edge to maybe force a town portal on that Archmage, that could give him time, but this just is not looking good for him. Every single bear just falls so quickly. One more bear falling there, towers all over. Those will all be finishing very soon, and Moon just has no army Army left, no Moon Juice left, everything looking very, very low, and this game looks to be pretty much over with all of these towers going up towers everywhere. Demon Hunter being focused, Demon Hunter very low, Staff back, Archmage is also very, very low, but Moon basically only has his heroes left and a couple, and GG comes out. And the first game goes to Sky, but this is a best of 3 series, so there will be one, maybe 2 more matches between Moon and Sky.
Wow, what a match. Moon looking like he was having some trouble there versus Sky. And Sky came out strong and put down all his towers and took away the win. All right, guys, next map. Moon versus Sky we have coming up next here in just a second. And we're not sure whether the players are going to jump right into game yet or not. But map 1 goes to Sky. And if South Korea wants to hang on in this medal tally and they want to hang on in this WarCraft 3 tournament, their best hope probably lying in the hands of Spirit Moon right now.